Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It is Monday, and this is going to be a lot of fun today. I don't know if you noticed, just the other day, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has put out a new installment on her nature series on their YouTube channel, The Prince and Princess of Wales. Mother Nature has spoken for the third time this year through her new global stewardess, Catherine, Princess of Wales. Now, going back to right after the first one, spring, 6 months ago, I could kind of see what this was, kind of looking at those kind of things and kind of knowing what to expect and how it might manifest. And so I could kind of see where we were going, and I'm not wrong. Now, if you go back, if you haven't seen it, spring begins with Catherine telling us that nature had become her sanctuary over the previous year. Remember, of course, while she was going through the cancer and everything, she really spent a lot of time outdoors, and she quotes, "It's through nature that we find the interconnectiveness of all things." Now, I don't know, isn't it just me, but isn't that supposed to be God in a supposed Christian nation where the monarch is the head of the church? Like, I can hear it now, like, oh, stop, she's just finding peace outdoors. And I mean, I know when I was a kid, my mom would yell at us, "I'll get outside." We were always outside. This is different. In a quantum mechanics trippy kind of way, words are things. They're important. They're symbols. They're actions. They make things happen. We've got words like rebirth, hope, new beginnings, optimism, positive, hopeful change. Let's reconnect with nature and celebrate a new dawn in our hearts. Sounds kind of all soft and fuzzy because it's meant to, just to kind of let the message slide in. Those are all kind of very lefty socialist words, but this kind of sliding the message in, that's called entrainment. That's what we get out of spring. She's bringing everybody together. In entrainment, we head into summer, the season of abundance. We're reminded for our own potential for growth, ignite our own inner fire, love and be loved. It's a very hedonistic, me first kind of a message in there. Again, a very paganistic message. And I know y'all think I'm reading way too much into this, but I enjoy a good conspiracy theory. And you know what? By 2030, most conspiracy theories are going to be gone because they keep coming true. And now, just the other day, she released the newest installment, Autumn. Autumn's all about reflection and refinement, letting go of what's no longer needed. Mother Nature teaches us there's beauty in change and impermanence, and letting go. Hope through change. We can endure. That sounds like a rehashed Obama speech. Like I said, lefty, socialist, new age earth worship. That's what it is, guys. Letting go of yourself and we've discovered no amount of sorting cans or taxes we pay is going to change the climate, and we all know it's a hoax. But loving the earth, getting love from the earth, half the people left on this planet are so bloody deranged right now that they'll buy into this. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. I've mentioned this several times before. There is a concerted effort worldwide to get the populace to buy into the whole climate crisis green agenda being pushed by the World Economic Forum, the UN, governments around the world. Their goal is total control over the populace and the resources. And gotta tell you, King Charles, William, members of the WEF, Earthshot Prize to COP30, managing resources, driving legislation. Have you noticed that maybe in the last, I don't know, I kind of, the last 3-4 months, there's been a soft pivot away from the climate fear-mongering. The globalists are softening their message because things are starting to pop up online, like all these teenagers, lots of mental illness around climate change, and they're terrified, and it's easier to bring compliant people along with you than non-compliant people. So so they've had to shift their message, and you can tell this because when you notice that everybody in charge is doing and saying the same thing, there's a plan in place. It's not just random. Compare William's climate speeches in the past. There was a fierce desperation. We have to act now. We only have so much time. To his most recent speech at the COP30, full of hope and optimism. Even hardcores like Bill Gates and Greta Thunberg have backed away. The pivot's in action. Through their hubris, the globalists kind of pushed their luck after the global cold. And a lot of people started taking notice, that no amount of any of this climate action, it doesn't do anything, and the globalists just keep coming for more. From EVs to wind farms, heat pumps to fake meat. It's all a scam. It's all a money grab. Its purpose is to limit your access to resources, and people are figuring it out. It's all money for old rope. It does nothing. That's the green agenda side of the pivot by the globalists. They're calculating that taking a softer tone will benefit them, because they've already indoctrinated a generation with climate fear. Now they'll be seen as benevolent. And here's the biggie. They can introduce another tenet of their new gig, the whole earth worship thing. A shift against religion. Shift the populace from fear, the climate change, to a future to worship. They won't fear the future, they'll worship the now. The speeches are changing, the political moves are shifting. Paganism and earth worship goes right in hand with globalists. This is the new religion of the green agenda, earth worship. And I mean, if it sounds a little crazy, you can go back. I've done some videos in this. I've got one playlist called Myth and History. There's a lot of... When you look at the green agenda, okay, and now this is going to sound crazy. If you look at Catherine and William as the future king and queen, their whole climate activism, her embodying Mother Nature, the whole paganist sort of scenario that paints. But when you look, and there's been a lot of really great researchers that have gone back even to, and I've done a bit of work on it as well in some videos of mine, you go back to William and Catherine's wedding and you can see all the paganistic symbolism right from the start involved with them. There's been a lot of research on it, and of course we know there's a lot of occult and interesting things going on with the royal family. So it's worth taking note of, and perhaps that was all a foreshadowing of what we're seeing now. You know, let's take a closer look at William and Catherine. Like, William's always been a globalist. He believes as a royal it's his responsibility to be a steward of the earth. He truly believes your access to resources should be restricted to save the earth. The restrictions, we know this, they don't apply to the royals. He has the authority enough to tell you what needs to be done to save the earth. But his lifestyle is his business and his business alone, just like Charles and the rest of the elites. And I mean, now we've got Catherine, post-cancer. She's been resurrected as Mother Earth, gently guiding us. I know it sounds nutty. But we have Charles, supposed to be the leader of the church, and he's abandoned it. William said he's not much of a believer, not great for the future king. But now, something's got to fill that void. Mother Earth. William, steward of the earth. Sounds crazy, but you'll know I'm right when you start noticing the language, the symbols, the rituals in everything that they say and do. You know, now that you've been made aware, you will start to notice. You will see the agenda just in plain sight, right in front of your eyes. It's pretty amazing that that's where we've gone. But that's what the big pivot was all about. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. We will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.